Yo, yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. So this right here is Ask Mr. Locario. This is when you send me your questions, and I'm going to answer them because I get a lot of emails. So what I like to do in, some of these videos is answer a few questions in one video so that I could get to as many as possible. But remember, if you guys want to guarantee that your question is going to be answered, make sure you click the link below to send me a question, and make sure you send a donation with that, and then it's a guarantee that your question is going to be answered, all right? So I'm going to read some of these emails, and then we're going to get to this. So this one says, hey, Mr. Locario, I have a question. I noticed in a previous video you said that women react through feelings and flirting. So when is the best way to start flirting, and how soon after you meet her should you start flirting? Should you flirt when you first meet her, or should you wait? All right. So basically, look, guys, when you're talking to women, right, as soon as you are interacting with women, right, you should basically start flirting as soon as possible, right? So the thing is, in a lot of cases when you're talking to women, you're going to have a little bit of small talk. So if you meet a chick at a party or whatever, let's say you walk up to her or something, and you guys are just having regular conversation. But the thing is that you want to move into flirting, as soon as possible. Let's say within the first like 3 minutes of talking to a chick, you want to start flirting with her. You understand? Because the thing is that you want to see if this chick is into you, right? And so you don't want to wait around. You don't want to wait for a while to do it. No, you want to get to it as soon as possible, because you want to see as soon as possible how she's going to react to your flirting. So when you're having small talk, you say, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Where you from? Blah, 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 regular shit. Then all you need to do is at some point, sooner than later, you start to make the conversation a little bit more sexual. Do you understand what I'm saying? To where she knows that you are moving in a direction of letting her know that you're interested. You understand? So, for example, it could be something as simple as, you're doing a small talk, and then you might say something to her like, you have really nice eyes. I'm just noticing how, nice your eyes look. You understand? So that's moving into the flirting. That's like a little soft thing. You understand? You could also play around with like little comments and stuff. Like you could say shit like, look, I could tell that you're really into me the way that you keep looking at me. You understand? Like, that's you starting to flirt. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why I tell you guys, go to badboymembership.com right now so that you guys can get my audio program, The Art of Flirting, because I break the shit down heavy, right? And the reason why you guys need to start flirting as soon as possible is because you want to get yourself used to flirting with women. See, a lot of guys are used to just having a whole bunch of small talk with women. And the reason why they have all that small talk is because they're scared to flirt. Because what flirting means is that that's pretty much the point where it's going to show you if she's into you. And if you're flirting with her and you see that she's not really, into you, or she's not really trying to flirt back or make it happen, that's basically like a rejection. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of guys are scared to get rejected, or they're scared to flirt because they're scared of what the girl's going to think about, what they're saying. You understand? So, but the thing is that you have to start flirting immediately. Get used to that shit, because that's basically the middleman between you, being just some guy and then being some guy she's fucking. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why flirting is extremely important. So don't wait. Start flirting when you are talking to her. Talk to her maybe for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just some small talk, and then just move into the flirting. And if you need more help, go to Bad Boy Membership and get The Art of Flirting. All right. So next question. Let's see what we got here. Hold on one second. All right, so this one says, does porn hinders a man to get with women, and is porn bad for you? Okay, I guess this is a really quick question. So, is porn bad for you? Does it hinder you from getting women? Now, porn does not hinder you from getting women. You understand? Like, you can watch porn and you can still get women. The thing is, though, is that you have a lot of guys who use porn as a crutch. So a lot of times if you're just, watching porn, it doesn't give you the motivation to go out there and actually make something happen. Because a lot of times if you're watching porn, of course, you're going to be jerking off and shit, right? So then you jerk off, you nut, and then you're just like, all right, I'm good. So, you know, you don't really have that motivation to go out and talk to the chicks, right? Now, let's say, you know, on a regular day, you could beat off without even watching porn, but, you know, usually you're watching porn because you're getting that visual, and then you get to beat off, and it's a little bit more interesting to see the woman and, you know, do what you're doing, right? But the thing is that, you know, you basically can watch porn, but you don't want to let porn be that crutch, because then you're not going to go out and do anything. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times, if you are able to watch that and jerk off and do what you got to do, you're just like, fuck these chicks. I ain't going to bother hollering at these girls. I'm good. So the thing is, you know, porn is cool. Like, I watch porn or whatever. There ain't nothing wrong with it. But you got to make sure that you are still out there in the game talking to real live women and making that shit happen, right? Don't use porn as that crutch. Because this is the thing. If you stopped watching porn, and let's say you stopped jerking off, the only way that you would get that release is by having sex. So then it's like, okay, well, I got to go out there and have sex if I want to, you know, get some of that pleasure. You understand? But since you have the porn to lean back on, then you understand, you're just gonna lean back on that shit. So it's not necessarily bad. It's just more so, if you're using it as a crutch, then it's sort of a, you know, not so good thing. You feel me? All right, so let me see what we got here next. Okay, so this one says, how do you take the role of the one being approached? A girl approached me, but I wasn't expecting it, and so my game wasn't good enough to make her interested. I didn't manage to get her number. I was smiling at her. She was smiling back. She was touching her hair. I wasn't sure if I could get her number, so I didn't approach. In the end, she approached me. All right, so you're asking, you know, how do you get this girl interested? But if she's approaching you and she's smiling at you, she's choosing, right? So all you need to do in that situation is take advantage of that situation. Because if a girl is smiling and she's checking you out, and let's say she comes up to you and says something, dude, all you got to do is just keep that shit going, because she's making it blatantly obvious that you are that she's into you, right? Let me read this again real quick, because you said a girl approached you, you wasn't expecting it, you didn't manage to get her number. Why didn't you get her number? What happened? You understand? You said she approached you, and you said your game wasn't good enough to make her interested, and you didn't manage to get her number. So that's the part I'm like, what were you doing? You understand? Like, I think what happened is that you got nervous because this chick approached you and you're not used to it. See, a lot of you guys got to get used to women choosing. Because sometimes you're so used to, you know, chicks not choosing, that when the choosing happens, you're just like, what the fuck? You understand? You're just not even ready for the shit. So you got to be ready for when chicks choose you, so that you can, you know, really benefit from that situation. Because that's the best situation, when a chick is choosing you, especially that obvious. It's just like, yo, just reel it in. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, look, if the next time, if a chick is checking you out and she approaches you and, you know, she's talking to you, dude, all you got to do is just be like, listen, let's get together. What you doing this weekend? Let's get it popping, because she's already ready for it to happen. She wants you. You understand what I'm saying? So all you need to do is make it happen. Because you said, I didn't manage to get the number. I was smiling at her. She was smiling back. She was touching her hair. So she showed, that's like a, you know, indicator that she's interested. When chicks be playing with their hair and doing all the other shit. You said, I wasn't sure if I could get her number, so I didn't approach. In the end, she approached me. So you basically was chilling back. You didn't think you could get her number. She approached you. She was smiling at you. Dude, what the fuck? Okay? Listen, guys, you need to go to Bad Boy Membership and listen to my other audio program I have called How to Get Women to Choose You, right? See, this guy, he already had the chick choosing him, right? And so in that audio program, I was basically talking about a lot of times when a chick just automatically chooses you without even really getting into a conversation with you or whatever it is. A lot of times it has to do with, the way that you appear, like your appearance, like how well you're put together. And a lot of times the way that you're put together, that's going to make you more attractive to a chick. So she's going to be checking you out because of the way that you're put together. You understand? Some girls just naturally, she'll choose you because she's attracted to the way that you look naturally. And also, it's your vibe. So it could have been any of those things that made her check you out and approach you and do a lot of other stuff. But the thing is, when you have a girl that actually approaches you, because, that's rare that a chick is actually going to approach. You're usually just going to have chicks who are going to check you out, look at you, probably smile a little bit, and that's it. But if a chick actually went up to you and approached you and tried to holler, dude, you had it, right? And you lost it because you weren't used to it. You weren't ready for it. And so you guys have to be ready for that, because when that shit happens, that's just like, that's just the easiest situation you could be in when it comes to you dealing with these chicks and getting shit popping. You feel me? So make sure you look out for that. All right, guys, listen, I'm out of here. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll talk to you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.